Hi Aquarius, welcome to a life path reading for April and May of 2019. I'm Marina. This is a reading that is more philosophical than my typical monthly tarot readings, which are available on my channel. Check me out. I've already done so many for April, which is the current month that I'm recording in. So if you're looking for something more for that, and even astrology I've done. I've covered all the bases. So I'm just doing this for the sake of trying to give you food for thought. It's a very simple 4-card spread. Hopefully I can get through this. I hear some rumbling in the background. I don't know what they're doing out there, but I would like to do this. Okay. So where you're at right now is the 7 of Wands. This is our card of maybe feeling on the defensive a bit. At work, are you getting, little comments, little snide comments from your supervisor? Oh, is this what, oh, I guess this is the best you can do. Just little things like that. And makes you question your ability to do a good job. Or just downright, criticisms coming out at you, and you feel like you have to kind of push back, or you feel like you're being attacked, so to speak, on the emotional level. And when you're in that position, it doesn't mean that you are doing a bad job. It could mean that, like if you have a new supervisor, and this is a recent thing that has happened, that might be their governing style, which is really, crappy, to try to make somebody feel insecure so that they'll do a better job. That's negative leadership. That's not what a positive person does when they're trying to inspire others. And same thing with any kind of relationship where you're trying to motivate somebody, like a parent to a child. You don't motivate people by criticism. You motivate them by praising them. And if you need them to change something, you're coming from a place of respect. You're coming from a place of thinking that they're basically okay, that they just need to do such and such to improve. But to attack somebody just completely is the way that people do when they don't know how to really be a good leader. And this can, on your end, feel like you have to defend yourself, and that is a weakened position. And you shouldn't have to. I mean, that could be a sign of a bad situation. And maybe this is in your private life. And maybe you're like at a crossroads in your relationship, that you feel like you're always under attack from that person. And definitely, if that's happening, don't ignore it and think that it's going to go away, because it doesn't. Those kinds of behaviors don't go away just because you think they're going to. It doesn't work that way. Where you want to be. This is the 3 of Swords. Now, typically, the 3 of Swords could be heartbreak. I don't think you want heartbreak. But the other, one of the other interpretations of the 3 of Swords is that it's a card of what I would call a clean break. What that means is that you can cut something out of your life and fully cut it out, and not feel this sense of like something hanging on, dragging on. So the reason that this is important is that perhaps you are trying to get away from a situation, and maybe you've tried before and it didn't work, like a relationship, for instance. If you have broken up and gotten back together with the person over and over again, and finally you realize that you have to just completely break it off, okay? And on the job front, being able to just walk away without any kind of residual, I don't know, effects. But the thing is, you may feel, a lot of people do, that you don't want to burn any bridges. So you're like, how can I totally disengage from this situation without making it seem like I'm totally cutting them out of my life? So that might be kind of like the little thing that you're wondering about. Usually Aquarius is a sign that is very much interested in breaking away from something. And very suddenly, you're capable of that, actually. But perhaps you've done so in the past and didn't have a good reaction from others. They're like, hey, what are you doing? And it makes you a little bit more reluctant to do it again because you're afraid that people won't appreciate you, what you're doing, and they'll misunderstand what you're doing. They'll think that you're trying to do something against them when you're not. The first step you need to take, here's another Swords. And by the way, you are associated with Swords being an air sign. The Page of Swords, the first step you need to take, this is a good one because this to me is a spy card. And it's like you see the person's kind of watching their back. It means being very vigilant. In some cases, if this is a workplace situation that is very unfair, abusive, what have you, this could mean that you need to document everything. Be very vigilant, aware of how you're being treated, because if you're being treated unfairly, you're going to document it so that you can make the case that you are being treated in a manner that you don't deserve to be treated in. And this can also be, to me, a card, since I call it the spy card, where you are going to have to be, when you're vigilant, it means that you are aware of everything, aware of who your coworkers are, and what they really are about, because you may have trusted in the wrong person as well. And now you have to realize that, because sometimes, I mean, this may be a situation where if a coworker did something with the boss in terms of like said something that you had told to them personally, they can turn around and tell the boss about it in order to score brownie points. And that is maybe why the boss came down on you more. If you had maybe confided in a person that you thought you could trust, complaining about the boss, and now the boss is kind of giving you a lot of grief. Maybe they're trying to get you to quit. So they're putting you under duress. I mean, maybe that's what the Seven of Wands means for you. But anyway, it might not be a healthy situation. Some people do triangulate because they're trying to get, there's like they have an end game. There's something they want. So they try to get people fighting amongst themselves so they can swoop in and capitalize on that. And of course, that really sucks that people are like that. And so watch your back, document things if you're going to do some kind of a case, if you really feel like you've been treated unfairly. And the outcome is the Knight of Cups. This can be an offer that is presented to you in a very, what you would call it, like respectful, gentle manner. This can be also a situation, like if this is a romantic entanglement, if you will. If this reading is speaking to you in terms of a personal relationship, that perhaps your partner, your current partner, is putting you on the defensive because of what they are doing. And again, I mean, it could be like with the Page of Swords that you hire a personal investigator to document what they're doing. If you have enough at stake where that would be important in court to, because the point is that sometimes people think the best defense is a good offense. So they're doing the dirt and they start accusing you of cheating when they're the ones that are cheating. And so you may want to break away from this relationship, and maybe they keep coming back. Of course, that's a classic narcissistic ploy. Once you, excuse me, once you have gotten kind of independent, these are the types of people who, that's when they come back, is once you've gotten over them. So it's really important to know their game so that you can get away from that. The Knight of Cups can be receiving a job offer that comes right when you want. I mean, that is a very healing thing because it seems sincere. There's a sense of somebody who really cares about your well-being attached to it. And it's such a contrast between what you're dealing with right now. So that's good. But you have to, in that case, you have to kind of cut ties with an employer or a relationship in order to have this offer. You can't be entangled with somebody else. Although in some cases, it may be, you know, an offer like that could be the very thing that allows you to cut ties permanently, like the Three of Swords suggests. So in any case, I hope that you found this useful in some way. Aquarius, if you would like a private reading, the link is below. I actually have life path readings, which include career and money, that are astrologically based on your natal chart. So you can check those out and other types of readings at the link below. My website is rainamoonastrology.com. Take care. Bye.